Welcome to Last Time Online. This episode is brought to you by Dogma Games, my very own game studio. I'm currently working on my first game called Wake Out of Twilight. Wake Out of Twilight is a 2D platformer game based in a futuristic dystopia where nearly all parts of life are automated. Life couldn't get any easier, but the price to pay was more than anybody agreed to. Navigate through traps, obstacles, and puzzles in order to save everybody from the nightmare. If you would like to be the first to know when I have updates or when the game is releasing, you can go to Steam and wishlist the game. Now, let's get on with the episode.
I didn't need any sound.
Yeah. Cult of the Lamb, that was the Devolver Digital.
Yeah.
Shitty press conference, but good games.
Yeah.
Hey, if all the games were good, was it really a shitty press conference?
Yeah, it was.
All right.
I disagree.
All right. I started recording already, and yeah.
How dare you start recording me without my knowledge?
Yeah, you couldn't tell us before. Consent, sir.
It was like 20 seconds, so.
Yeah. Hey, that's a long time.
Yeah, I could have showed my butthole in that time.
Well, I'm recording now, so I'm gonna leave that in at the beginning.
It's gonna start. It's gonna start with butthole.
Yeah.
Oh,
It'll be a perfect intro to whatever it is we're about to do.
But what's up,
It's an
gamers?
expectation time.
Butthole.
Oh god.
Isn't that where you're supposed to start?
I thought that's how we're supposed to start, no?
It is. It is.
Okay, well then we're off to a good start already.
Who puts a playground next to a sewage system?
I know.
Right? Who
Yeah.
does that?
No, no, no.
God would not do that.
I feel like this is a sign because I just got done like the way I trash talk in games is like freaking weird now. And I was just playing Overwatch and I just got done I don't consider it trash talking, it's just weird talking, like throwing off their game. But I was trying to like ask people what their preferred toilet paper brand is. And like, I was just like going through like the pros and cons of like all the toilet paper brands. I was like, this one kind of rips too much, this one's like too thick or too expensive. Like the rolls are too like the rolls aren't the right size. This one leaves lint in your butt.
We could have made an episode about that.
Just okay, let's get
Fucking
into
Charmin does it.
What's your favorite
Every
toilet
time.
paper?
Yeah, one person said Charmin, one person said Quilted Northern, and then this champ said
It's Costco
said
brand
Kirkland.
or bust.
Yeah, Kirkland. He said Kirkland.
Kirkland, what?
Oh, if you guys want to shit on Warner some more, I guess they listed a bunch of shit that they're going to take off of HBO Max soon.
Excellent segue.
It's a lot of exclusives.
Excellent segue.
Technically I started a new anime. There's a lot of it's pretty brutal.
I mean, this is
It's
nothing I've
called-
seen.
Redo of Healer.
Hmm.
So basically, he's like one of the hero healers and stuff, and he's like abused and raped and all this stuff, and he gets the
Jesus.
power to be able to go back in time 4 years and redo everything, and gets revenge on everyone.
Talk about that.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, there's nothing on here that anyone watches, so
I
No,
was
we're
kind
talking
of
about-
reading a manga that was similar to that, where it picks up at the end of this of a great battle, and like the world is destroyed, and then like time is paused, and he's sent back like 7 years to when he started training, so he can use all his knowledge to try and prevent the demons from winning.
Did you guys hear about Nintendo of America's testers say they faced sexual harassment for years?
They did.
Testers?
I did
That was
see
like a month
that.
ago.
No, the article was like 4 days ago.
The one I was seeing on Kotaku was a day ago.
Yeah, I seen it on IGN this afternoon from a couple days ago. I
what does
think.
good old IGN have to say? Maybe
Yeah.
I can find something on there we can talk about.
It's kind of like that's kind of
Oh, I don't want to play on this account. This is garbage.
that's like a
We can
heavy
talk-
topic
we
to
can
talk
talk-
about.
We
There's
can
a
talk
bunch of
about their
stuff on-
their shitty listing of ranking of A24 movies.
They have a bunch of stuff on.
I'm
Shield.
down because
No, that list is horrible.
I don't know what the list is.
Why?
Because like the good ones aren't barely in the top half.
Well, we're sorry we're not good enough for you for those movies to talk about them.
It's okay.
You have such high standards.
I'll save it for my other podcast.
Yeah, like spring breakers was in the top.
Of that, Spring Breakers. Oh my god.
Yes, that was such a good one. Let's talk about it.
Okay. I don't know.
Spring Break.
Cap. All right, calm down.
Hang on.
Break.
Here, if you guys want to look at the list, here it is real quick before we start. I know we're not going to talk about it, but...
Wolfgang Peterson died.
Yep.
Yep.
Did you watch any of his movies?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
You want me to go on for an hour and a half about In the Line of Fire and how it's
Open
great?
Tournament DX will be free for a while.
Perfect Storm. I think I've seen Troy.
Troy was good.
Probably saw it in school.
Yeah.
Wait, Troy?
Don't knock Air Force One.
Did you watch Saving Private Ryan in school? I feel like everybody did.
I did.
Dude, Troy is like one of the best movies. Not like actually best, but like one of the coolest movies.
There's the A24 list. I'm sure Jonathan has seen 3 of them, maybe.
Yeah. Speaking of Troy, I just watched like this freaking Instagram Reels clip.
And the general tab.
General.
Somebody was interviewing Mike Tyson, and they're like Mike Tyson, if you could go back in time and fight anybody in their prime, who would it be? And I guarantee you that your guess wasn't the same as his guess.
If he could, Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Probably said Muhammad Ali.
Okay? I would say that's a good guess, but
Rocky Balboa.
Good guess. A better guess than what he said.
Rocky Marciano. I mean,
they asked Mike Tyson, if you can go back and fight anybody in their prime, who would you fight? Mike Tyson said Achilles.
Achilles? What the fuck?
Punch him in the back of the foot.
What a dumb fuck.
Dude, he is so weird, dude, but I wouldn't say shit to him if I was
I'll say shit to him. I'll knock my ass out.
Okay. That's a good intro, I guess.
That's the intro.
That's a good intro. Yeah.
Play a different character.
Yeah. What's up, gamers? This is Last Time Online, the nerdy podcast online where we talk about nerdy stuff. This is your crew. My name is George, and today I'm joined by Max, Jonathan,
What's up?
Justin,
Hello.
Anthony,
Death before dishonor.
and Alvaro.
I bring you love.
That is a hell of an intro. I think we did that. We did that so professionally. And okay, well, to start these podcasts off, we like to talk about the things that we've been doing in the last week. And I usually start, and so I think I just have 2 things to update on that I can remember, or 3 things. The smallest thing is that I am watching the last season of The Last Kingdom finally. I don't know why. That is not really a great show, but I'm kind of just hooked on it now. It's about Vikings, and it's kind of making me want to go back and play like the Viking games, like Valheim. I want to play Valhalla eventually now. It just gets you in the mood. Okay, the other game I started was a game called Rumbleverse, which I don't know if you've heard of it. I think Sony might be offering it as like one of their version of Game Pass thingies.
It's free to play.
Yeah, it's free to play, but I remember someone linked it a while back, and Rumbleverse was like one of the things they listed on there for some reason, even though it's free. But anyway, I started playing that. It's very fun. It's a free-for-all, a battle royale game, but it's very different because it's not like the other free-for-all games where it's like all range stuff. This is like basically melee battle royale. It's wrestling. It's like wrestling based, and it's kind of similar to Spellbreak. If any of you guys have played that before, where You run around and you look for spell books and you kind of replace some of your skills. Um, yeah, it's like that. I would have asked you guys to play, but I think the only multiplayer they have is duos, which kind of sucks. And it's kind of probably better off that way because it's so chaotic. I can't imagine like a team of four just going like friggin' stupid. The only thing I dislike about the game so far is that, well, it's an epic game, and there's literally, for now anyway, there's literally nothing that you can unlock without paying money. So it's just like pure gameplay, which is fun. It's just a little dissatisfying that like without paying money, I can't even unlock any skins through a battle pass or anything like that. There should be a battle pass coming later, but currently there's nothing to unlock. So it's basically just if you like the gameplay, play it, or else pay money. Last thing is my game that I've been working on. Not too much progress because there's a bug that's been taking up. I've had for like the last week, and it was a game-breaking bug. I barely figured out how to fix it like yesterday, and it was
Breaking
like
my heart, George. I was expecting that at release soon.
yeah. And the thing about like bugs like this is like I spent like hours and hours trying to figure out what was happening, and the final fix ended up being like, I don't know, like a switch or like a toggle or like one setting. It was that simple. That's how it goes sometimes. And
It's all part of your plan to release it when the new WoW expansion comes out, so you can hurt their sales, right?
exactly.
I like your style.
Yeah, I was actually
Give away
trying
his
to
plan.
I was actually trying to release it early so I can try to get in on that shovelware hype, but I missed out on that apparently. So yeah, but that was my week, and so next we'll move on to Anthony.
Ooh, okay. Well, I have a list. I watched Prey. Thought it was really good. Actually, really, really good. It's one of the better movies I've watched recently. I watched this stupid rom-com that got canceled after one season, which I can see why. It was pretty predictable. It was called the Baker and the Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
About this like model who owns her own company. She ends up hiding in this bathroom, or she's there where he gets like proposed to by his girlfriend, and he says no to her. And so to avoid like all the paparazzi and stuff, she goes in the guy's bathroom, and he's in there, and they like get romantic and all that bullshit. And it was kind of cheesy, but I finished it all the way through. Watching another anime that's kind of borderline hentai. It's called Redo Healer or Redo of Healer. He basically the main character. He's one of the hero healers, and he's taken abused, taken advantage of, and stuff. And every time he heals someone, he like gains some of their abilities and all this stuff. So when they defeat like the Demon Lord, he takes the Philosopher's Stone and like reverts time 4 years, so he can go back and get revenge on everyone. And it's pretty brutal. There's a few other animes I've been watching, but nothing special. What else have I watched? Hold on, I gotta find it. Oh, finally finished all of Stranger Things. Took forever. It's pretty good. I liked the last season. Probably third season was my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, I liked it a lot better than.
It was spicy.
Yeah. Just the way it ended was heartbreaking. Hit me in the feels.
Which one was the third season again?
That was.
Was that the mall one?
No, that was the Mind Flayer coming back. Yeah, it was the mall one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a good season.
My boy Aleski.
Poor Billy.
No.
Poor
What?
Billy.
No. I didn't like that guy at all. What else was there? I had a whole bunch to talk about, and I just forgot. I blanked out. Put me on the spot. And that's pretty
Call
much...
on him, George. Why'd you call on him already?
Yeah, how dare you? No, that's pretty much it for now, I guess. Get back to you maybe next week if I'm here.
All right, move on, and we'll go to Max.
Last week I was absent because it was my niece's birthday. so I could not attend. But I'm gonna speed around some stuff here because I do have a list of things. I watched the Bob's Burgers movie finally.
Yeah.
My quick review is you'll like it if you like Bob's Burgers. I mean, it's just a really long Bob's Burgers episode. It's harmless viewing, so I don't think it would be too bad to watch with the kids to preoccupy them a little bit. It's animated. The animation actually looks really nice.
It does.
But I think they probably had to do that because of it being shown in the theaters, so they probably had to, their pixel rate and frame rate probably had to be a little different just because they're going to show it in theaters. I watched Bullet Train, which I thought was perfectly okay. I did not like it as much as a lot of people did. It was entertaining for a bit, but I thought it was way too long for what it is.
Okay. Fair.
I think they could have made an awesome hour-and-a-half movie. There's a part where I thought that they were going to the natural conclusion of the story, and then there was still like 40 more minutes after that. So it just felt like it dragged a bit, but I did really like oh hell, what are their names? Lemon and Tangerine, is that their names?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
There, I don't know if I would say it would be a bad movie if they weren't in it, but they were definitely the highlight of that movie.
That could be a spin-off, huh? Just
I like all of
too,
Aaron
I bet.
Johnson's stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, it was funny. It had moments. It was entertaining, but it just seemed to try and drag their story that they were doing much longer than it needed to be.
Did you like the cameo?
It was whatever. It was
The
expected.
cameo.
It was expected.
Yes,
I laughed.
I can tell you why off mic, so I don't ruin it for people. But
Oh, I know why.
and then I watched Alvaro's movie of the year, The Gray Man, which Alvaro, you're a harsh man. It was an entertaining little movie. Not the best movie,
wait.
but it was.
No.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I did like that. You can tell that Chris Evans was having the time of his life, overdoing it as the villain with his incredibly evil, horrible-looking mustache. But I liked it. Some of the action in the first 40 minutes concerned me a little bit because they seemed determined to not let you see what's happening because most of it takes place in smoke and fog. And then there's one that takes place in the dark with a flashlight that's like being swung around. So I was concerned for a bit, but their big action sequence in the movie I thought was actually, it was really good. Gets a little CG there towards the end of it, but I thought it was a solid one. They ended the recent season of Westworld on Sunday, which I think Alvaro and I are keeping that
Yep.
show on the air.
Yep.
They set it up for a final season, it seems like, but with whatever HBO is doing right now, who knows if they're even going to renew the show for a final season. But yeah, it was probably the best season they've had since the first one. But if you watch the first season and you watch the last season, like they're completely different things right now. So it's been evolving as a show, which has been cool to watch. I finished Narcos Mexico on Netflix just because I really liked the core show. It was good. If you watch the Escobar one, this one has pretty much been the same thing, just in Mexico, not in where the hell was it, Colombia? But I mean, it's got some of the same characters. It's similar. So if you like one, you'll probably like the other one. And then I did watch Prey last week, but I wasn't here to talk about it with Lewis. That it was a wonderful movie. As a lifelong Predator fan, I'm glad that they finally did a really solid Predator movie. They took it down back to basics, which is pretty much Predators hunting, and she has to try not to die. And that's it. There's no science behind it. There's no genetics behind it like the previous one. But I have not hated any of the Predator movies. They're all at least okay to me. So there's none that I actually think are awful. And then I watched it a few times. I did really like the Comanche dubbed version. I wish that they had filmed it that way and then dubbed it over in English. I thought that would have been cool, but there is no way that Fox is going to give them that much money to make a movie that's not in English. So I think they kind of had to do what they did, but it was still awesome. Had some great action sequences. The music was awesome. It was good. And then Monday, Better Call Saul ended, which made me very, very sad, but it was a perfect ending for that show. So I don't know how that creative team does it, but with Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, that they've pretty much made two of the better endings that I've seen in most TV shows. So I recommend it. Just go into it knowing that it's not that much like Breaking Bad. It's not as much action to it. This is more of a character show, but give it a go. And lastly, to end my never-ending list, I watched the Disney Plus docuseries Light and Magic, which was about the birth of ILM. And it actually pairs with what you guys were talking about last week, because you see how ILM started off as pretty much doing everything with models and physical sets and everything, and how in good and bad ways they evolved to digital stuff. But if you are a movie nerd or you're interested in movie making, it's very cool. I know some of you aren't the biggest Star Wars fans, but that does take up the majority of the first 3 episodes, but that's because they got started because of Star Wars.
Right.
But yeah, it's a very solid show, and that is it for me. There's end of list.
All right, cool.
End of tweet.
Yeah, end of tweet.
All right, cool. We'll move on to Justin.
I feel like I had nothing kind of to say. Then I realized that I actually kind of did a lot this week. I started watching The Boys, kind of. So I've watched a couple episodes. So, okay. Yeah, so, I started watching The Boys. Realized that is the dark side of Marvel, right? Very, very violent, gory show. Which I'm not opposed to. It's cool. I've continued my Luigi's Mansion endeavors. I think I have 2 or 3 more levels, and then I will be done. So next week I should be done, and then I will start a new game. I played a new game that I actually got, a new board game called Sidekicks. It was a co-op game. That game is actually hard as hell. You play as Disney sidekicks. My mom bought it, and she's like, "Hey, do you want this?" And I was like, "I'm down to play games." And then we got our ass eaten by Captain Hook. So
Did you
it's
say
not
eaten
fun.
or beaten?
Yeah, did you say you got your ass? You said you got your ass eaten, right? I heard that too.
Yep. Nope. I said eat.
Okay.
I said eat.
Okay.
I didn't want to be the one to ask. I didn't want to be the one to ask.
It was a good time.
He had a great time with Captain Hook.
I have
Family friendly show.
Very family friendly. What's it called? I also played some of the new WoW expansion or patch, but that's nothing new. I actually shamelessly was playing Fortnite because Dragon Ball Z stuff just came out, and why can I not play when I get to Kamehameha somebody? You know what I'm saying? That's always fun. So, also on Friday, I started a D&D campaign. For the couple of people that are in this group, it's Anthony and Jonathan are actually playing. We started that on Friday, so that was pretty fun as well.
What roles did you guys pick?
We're just
classes?
regular world.
What classes? Yeah.
So Jonathan is a bard.
Let's go.
Anthony is a monk. Alexis is a rogue. Alina is a paladin, and Alex is a ranger, I believe.
Oh, so you're DMing then?
I am.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
And I think the highlight of the day was when the bard decided to cast sleep on the minions, and he put half.
Oh my fucking fail ass bard.
Yeah, I was tired.
So
and then everybody else was too.
For those who don't know, is you roll a bunch of dice and you add up the total, and then it goes to whatever equals amount what's left. So you start subtracting from players, and it goes
The
from the lowest.
HP.
it starts going with the lowest HP, and it turns out that the player characters had the lowest HP instead of the monsters, so half the party went to sleep on a failed attempt to try to put the monsters to sleep. It was a fun time.
Great, I love it.
I knew I was
It
gonna
was
get
bandits, to be exact, not monsters.
Sounds like a good story.
It was a level 1 fight, and I thought I would get more monsters. I knew I would get some players, but I thought I would get equal. That didn't happen.
You got no monsters and all players.
Yeah. It's okay. Nobody died. We got through it. I just wasted a spell.
Yeah, so we did that on Friday. We'll probably continue it again maybe this week and go from there. And so we should have more fun stories of how our bard does not know how to cast spells next week.
I picked bad spells too. Well,
I know you did. But other than that, I don't think I really did much this week. I think about it. Oh, and I played some Stardew Valley because why not?
And the board game.
Yeah, it was the board game I actually played, which we've talked about before.
Farming the CEO back.
Yep.
We've almost played it enough times to get through all of the season cards. One more game, we'll have played everything.
Yeah, I think. Oh, I actually got a new game called Lost Ruins of Arnak, which is pretty much like Indiana Jones, and I have not played it yet, so I cannot describe what it's about. But tune in next week. And that's all I got.
All right, moving on. We'll go with Alvaro.
My week was very uneventful. I've been, just working overtime as per usual. But I did go to my cousin's 35th birthday party on Saturday, and from what I remember, it was cool. I mean, typical for me, right?
That means it was a good one.
I mean, it was pretty cool. I did watch Prey like everybody else. I stole my sister's Hulu account. Shout out to her. And I didn't love it as much as everybody else. I don't think it's as top of the line as everyone thinks it is. It's definitely one of the better Predator movies, but that's not a very high bar. I did enjoy.
Good thing this is over webcam.
I hate this episode.
Hands
It's
down,
true.
we're getting the lowest
Tell me it's
views
better
now.
movie than Predator.
This is why we don't do this podcast in person, because there'd be fights breaking out.
Yeah, I guess so. It's the second best Predator movie. Jesus.
Oh, it is. I have no issue with that part.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, people are thinking it's like the best one that goes.
No.
Is there 4 or 5? Not counting the
There's-
Alien versus Predators.
4, 5. This will be the 5th one.
I didn't
Yeah.
watch the 4th.
So, I'm curious if they'll keep going with these characters. They'll go to other time periods and stuff. But it'll be interesting to see. I did watch the Westworld finale. That was really good. I'm glad it stayed consistent this time, even though I would have liked a little bit more of the 1920s era. But that felt just like a showpiece to pretty much. I mean, if you've seen the first season, it's very much a mirror of that. But it was really good overall. Then I did try out Roller Drum, which just came out on PS5 this week. I only got to the tutorial, so it's not too much. But if I wasn't on, voice chat, I think I would have enjoyed it. But it looks pretty cool. I mean, I like it. Very stylish. It's like Doom and Tony Hawk combined. So I think I'll end up buying it. That's pretty much my week.
All right. Do you guys find it hard to stick with Westworld? Because I really wanted to try to stick with that one, but I had a hard time, staying.
I mean,
interested.
I have the season. Like, I've bought the seasons on Blu-ray and everything. So I'm cool. Like, I've liked the whole series. Even if the bad or the shitty seasons,
I watched the first season, and that's all I got through.
The first
I
season
think the thing that bothered me, I think I told you guys this probably off mic though, but the thing that bothered me about the show, it's almost like a game to me now, which is I'm waiting for that moment where they try to show you how smart they are as writers. And that stuff used to bother me because I felt like they were just trying to dupe the audience for sake of duping the audience and not so much for the story. Like they just wanted
the lost route.
They just wanted to show you how smart they are as people. And that bothered me for a bit, but I think with this season, I don't know if it's just because they didn't do it as much. They still did it a few times, but it's almost like one of those things where like I turned into the DiCaprio meme, and as soon as it happened, I'd like point out it, be like, there they are telling us how smart they are. So, but yeah, like I said during my thing, like the show's just evolved so much that I appreciate that instead of like slowing down or backtracking a little bit, they've kind of just gone like full steam ahead with their story they wanted to tell, no matter how much no one seems to be watching it. And it seems like a very expensive show for no one watching it.
Yeah. I don't know if it will come back, honestly.
There was so much I liked about the show. It's just like those. Sometimes I just couldn't stick with it. I guess I couldn't finish the second season. I don't know. Yeah, it just the episodes are too long for me to not enjoy it as much as I did. So, but yeah. Anyway, okay. Finish off the nerd report for us, Jonathan.
My week was pretty uneventful. I spent most of the week watching Suits. I think Max is the. Well, I know Justin.
Never seen it, but I know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what it is too.
It's a law show, corporate law. No, it's actually really good.
I'm more of a fan of Boston Legal.
I did like Boston Legal, but it's a different type of show.
What about Ally McBeal?
Mad Cow.
Nah.
Ally McBeal.
Did you fucking only watch old shows apparently?
It's not even that old.
Boston Legal was like 20 years ago.
Oh no, yeah, Boston Legal is old. I was talking about Suits. I was like, Suits not that old.
Anyway.
There goes your audio.
You did what you could, and that's what matters.
So this is what we talk
You
about.
cut me
eating out.
off, and then it disconnected because I was trying to get through it. But for the unknowing, Suits is about a guy, his photographic memory, and through a series of events, he is put before a shark of a lawyer, and he joins the law firm as a lawyer, even though he's never went to law school. But he has passed the bar because he did it for other people to make money. So he's able to practice like through knowledge, but he's not legally allowed to, and they have to hide that. It's funny and has a good amount of drama in that prime of USA shows around the time that Psych and I know Max doesn't probably care for a Burn Notice because he gave me shit for it watching it before. That's all I watched this week. I took a break off anime this week. Vinland Saga was a little heavy. I needed to do something else.
Yeah. Oh, I actually rewatched that too. But yeah.
I can't. Video games wise, I didn't really get to do much. I didn't get to play Live Alive, but I did play Multiverses, and that was pretty fun. I've been playing Steven Universe. LeBron James is fucking OP, man.
What?
Yeah, dude. Like he's so strong. He just fucking throws basketballs.
What do you expect from someone who's better than Jordan?
He does like a range.
Oh, okay.
A range barrage of basketball. He bounces the balls off, and then you can pass it to an ally, and they can throw it, and like as the ball goes, it's kind of like what's his name in League of Legends?
There's a guy in League of Legends that throws basketballs.
He's like Draven.
Oh, the juggler, the ex juggler.
Yeah.
No, Draven's on ADC.
Yeah, you want to juggle the basketballs by bouncing them off enemies and catching them, but you can also pass to allies, and they can do it too.
If you're LeBron, you don't pass, right?
I mean, you kind of have to. Your bum.
He's passing it off of the face of his enemies, and Tom and Jerry are pretty obnoxious too. I've kind of got to play against a bunch of characters, but you only get Wonder Woman for free. All the other characters are free rotations. So at the end of the week, I'm probably not gonna be able to play Steven Universe, but also I'll try somebody else. But
Side note, I also watch Purple Hearts.
Is is algae rhythm in the game too?
What?
I said, is algae rhythm in the game too?
No.
Um,
Arya is free this week. I got to play against the Iron Giant, a Superman, Jake the dog, Finn the human. It's pretty fun, but it's similar to Smash Bros, but not at the same time. Just movement is way different. You can't grab ledges, but each ledge is like interactable. So like if you're hitting it the side, you can slide down it and jump up. So a knockoff isn't quite the death sentence. The arenas are a lot smaller, and the game feels really fast. Most of the games that I played were 2v2, but you can play 1v1 and free for all against humans and bots. And there's also like a training room to learn all the moves. But there really wasn't any like easy players to play. Maybe Batman. I could have tried Batman, but I feel like that would have been the go-to for a newbie. So I tried to do something different, and I like Steven Universe. So
do the characters talk?
Yes, they do.
Did Vin Diesel return for Iron Giant?
You know what? I don't know.
These are too expensive now.
He's Groot.
I know. Like a lot of the other ones, they're like Shaggy and Velma are from the cartoon, and Finn and Jake are also the same voice actors. So I wouldn't be surprised. I didn't really. I only played with the Iron Giant once, and it was a single match. It wasn't something you can. At the end of a match, you can do a rematch, and then it'll go from just a single match to a best of 3 with the same person before it kicks you out and starts with new people. So I didn't really get to play with Iron Giant much to hear him, but there is a cool thing where you can change the generic announcer to the player, like whatever the character, and there's some pretty cool skins.
I heard Shaggy's OP.
Shaggy's funny. Like I like one of his skins he has. He's like, what was it called? It was like Uncle Shaggington or something like that, and he's like in like what are those like robe tops with the ascot, and like he looks like a gentleman with the slacks, and he's just like all prim and proper. Yeah, the game's pretty fun. I'm gonna keep messing with it for a while.
Are you playing it on the PS5?
Yeah, I was trying to do all the tutorials and then some of the dailies.
It should be
so
crossplay, right?
Unlock stuff. Yeah, there's actually a toggle.
Yeah, because I actually downloaded that game too. I almost played it, but yeah, I didn't want to sign up for an account on my console, so that kind of that little I don't know, difficulty in playing the game made me go like nope. Let me just sign up on the computer later on, and then I'll play. But
I signed up for the WB account online, and then I synced it from the website.
Yeah, that's what I would have. Yeah, that's what I want to do too, because I don't like filling out forms on console. So
yeah, it's really fun. I hope that characters are unlockable through, just free to play matches. But I'm wondering how that grind is going to be, because there's no shop yet. So I think because it's still an open beta.
If you think about it, Warner Brothers has a lot of IP that they can end up having a roster similar to League of Legends, right? And they can have it, grind for 10 hours. You can afford one character. I'd be cool with that.
I think I remember seeing an article saying that it cost like a crap ton of money to unlock everybody. Like, I don't remember how much it was, but I remember seeing an absurd amount.
I don't think it. I mean, you could buy the Founders Edition. Like the base one is like, I think $39, and it unlocks 10 characters, and then you can pay the $69.99, and it unlocks most of them, if not all of them. And then the more expensive one gives you like a bunch of extra stuff, and unlocks up to 30. So probably future characters. I don't know if it's one of those things that gives you credits to unlock characters and you can just save them for later, or if it's specific characters. But I don't think it's too unreasonable of a price. I mean, if you pay what it costs for a base game, then you get pretty much all the characters that are out right now. And then Rick and Morty are supposed to be coming soon. I think they're the first DLC characters.
Is it going to be for the new season? Doesn't that start soon?
Yeah. It
Yeah, it's weird because the alpha was season 1, and now it's season 2 already.
Oh,
So
they're one of this is those kind of beta games that.
yeah,
It's that
there's
kind of
people
beta.
that are I don't know how long the open. It's already been a couple weeks, right? There's already one of the dudes that was Iron Giant in the Uncle Shaggington or whatever. They were like level 17. Like I was just trying to stay alive. I was carried, but I didn't drag my team down. I think I've only lost twice out of.
Did you stay in one lane and farm the whole time?
No. It's like Smash Bros. It's a brawler.
Oh,
I was definitely mashing buttons, but the good thing is Steven's a support character, so I was shielding and buffing and healing my teammate, and if I got a really good guy, then he carried me. I just didn't die. That was what I was just trying to do damage and not die, and I was pretty successful.
Going back to HBO too, like, do you guys think that? Because I just read that the new Game of Thrones show is coming out in a few days, right? Do you
Starts
think
on
Next
Sunday.
week, right? Or is it
I
Sunday?
Sunday
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
The prequel one or the Jon Snow one?
the prequel one?
Prequel.
The House of Dragons.
Yeah.
the prequel,
I think if
House Dragons.
do you think that's gonna have any influence on like whether or not HBO like stays HBO
Relevant?
Max stays up?
I think so, because any Game of Thrones fans will, depending on how they still feel about the ending of the series, will decide
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I feel like no matter even how the series end, like 90% of the show was good. So like you're still gonna get,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You're still gonna
It
get
just
people that are
feels
gonna come back
tainted.
and want to watch it.
I want to believe that,
I
but
don't
I'm
know.
part of the Free Folk Reddit subreddit, and
Of course you are. Of course.
there's some petty people in that subreddit. They're
Let's
they're
go
always
salty. Don't be
dude,
salty.
I know they're always like the Northram members. We'll never forget.
It's true.
All right.
My thing is, I'm not angry anymore. I mean, I wasn't really that angry. I was mad about it because the ending was dumb, but like it made me feel the show. I used to feel like it was great, and then after the last season, it made me feel indifferent about it, and that's how I feel about the new season. Like I don't care. Like if it's
It's a
really
series,
good,
It's not a new season.
yeah. Well, whatever. If
Nah.
it's the new show. I don't really
I'm on the
care
hype
about
train.
it.
Oh,
If it ends up being good, I might go and watch it. But as of now, I'm not in any rush to go do so.
You said
I
you were
think-
indifferent, which means you think they were lazy.
oh, they
No,
most definitely got lazy. They were like, "Let's go do Star Wars
I'm
now."
indifferent because it's just I don't hate it. Like it's like you said, it's a 90% a good show, but it's like the last season of Dexter, right?
Oh my! Dexter was over like seasons before the last season. Can't even.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like the last season was really bad, and the season before that was like kind of a downhill. But
Hey,
everything else, it was like Dexter was like 80% good. but-
Hannah McKay was great. How dare you?
One really bad like finale will like really ruin a show. Like
No, I don't believe so.
No.
it.
I think
don't
my
agree with that.
positions. I think I used to think like that, but I think my positions shifted to. I still think Game of Thrones. I still like think of it fondly. It was a good show, but the ending just made me never want to rewatch it again. Pretty much, that's like what that did to me. I think.
Yeah.
Like
No,
I still
yeah,
remember
that
it as a
ending
good
was
show,
I
but
agree
Any
with
was
that.
straight
yeah.
garbage, 100%.
Look at look at that Walking Dead. That show's apparently terrible, and there's tons of people that watch
I
it,
stopped watching that after season 1.
and Max included.
Powering through.
Exactly.
October, the final 8 episodes.
But
And
Amen.
then the show is gone from my life forever.
I stopped watching the season after the what's his name got his face bashed in by Lucille.
Spoilers.
It's not spoilers if you haven't watched it. It's been out for years.
Lucille.
it's not really spoilers because someone died and a lot of people die, and he doesn't even know the name of the person that got bashed in.
Yeah.
But I do remember the name of the bat, Lucille.
It's if you know, you know.
Yeah, regarding Game of Thrones, I'm in the boat that I did not hate the ending. I actually thought it was fine. Like,
It just
I'm not angry. I'm not angry towards it, and I don't believe that like a bad couple episodes at the end negates the previous 7 seasons of
Yeah.
what you watched.
was-
like
it was
it was the
I
whole last season though.
No,
it wasn't the whole last season.
It wasn't the whole last season.
It was
People
like the last 2 episodes.
I
Yeah,
think there
people
was
just
like
hated the end.
no. For me, I think there was
The
one
pacing for the
maybe
last season
two.
was bad.
There was like one maybe 2 episodes of the last season that I thought was okay, and then
Also, you liked a third of it then. There's only like 6 episodes.
I only like the
Yeah.
battle episode with the
There's like 3 battle episodes in the final.
So you like
season.
3 episodes. So you liked half the
No,
last
zero.
season.
no just the battle against the White Walkers. That's it.
no, I didn't even. Oh wait, yeah, I think I liked the first 2 episodes of the last season, and that was it.
No, I've rewatched the whole thing like what, three times, I think.
You've
Oh,
sat
wow.
through that 3 times.
I
Oh
still
my
love it.
God.
It's a great show.
God damn.
I can't.
I've watched it twice, so
It's like I can't.
it's good enough for me.
I can't watch The Office in its entirety either.
What?
And,
I
there's certain
I-
episodes that you can rewatch over and over and
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
but,
there's certain episodes I can definitely go back and watch, but I can't watch all of The Office. Like, it's just
Yeah,
painful. physically painful.
The older I've gotten, I would almost have the hot take that I think The Office is overrated now.
Yeah.
Because
Really?
I have seen the whole thing once, and I have not ever wanted to go back to rewatch any of it. Like,
Yep.
people claim to love it, but they only reference the same like 4 episodes,
Yep.
and that show had like 200 episodes.
had
I like-
a lot of good episodes.
I
don't
like
know.
watching The Office in clips because there's a lot of good moments, and definitely really great cold opens.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like I said, the series as a whole, I can't. Like I can watch Scrubs all the way through. I've watched Scrubs so much.
Even
Not all the
season
way.
9. Season 9?
No.
No, not season
No,
9.
then you haven't watched it all in its entirety.
No.
That is a spin-off. It doesn't count.
Nope,
It
it's canon.
No, they only put it with the rest of them as season 9 because no one would buy it otherwise.
Doesn't mean it's not canon.
It's canon, but it's still a spin-off.
You haven't watched the whole thing, my friends.
Oh no, I've watched the whole thing.
Nope.
I have watched the last season.
No, but yeah, the more I've seen of the Dragon show, I don't know if I'd say that there's hype for me behind it, but it does intrigue me.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that it. I don't think that the reputation of Game of Thrones is going to drag it down at all. I don't think it's going to have the same fan base, or at least initially, that Game of Thrones had. But
It's all gonna depend on how that first episode goes.
Yeah,
They're gonna have to earn it back.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping that they can separate themselves from from Game of Thrones. One, because
who's
of the
directing
reputation,
it?
and then 2, because I just do want it to be different in the same world, but like just different, you know. So.
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
that's-
it's in the same, just a lot earlier. It's all about
Yeah.
Targaryens.
and I'm also worried because I remember at one point I was interested in the what's the book series called? The Song of Fire and Ice. Is that
Fire
Yeah.
and Ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was interested in that at one point, and then while Boy George over there was supposed to be writing the next
Your boy
book,
George.
he came up with that book. I think it was called Fire and Blood, which I thought was going to be like another interesting book in the world of Game of Thrones, and it was basically just like, I don't know what you would call it. It's like
Yeah,
someone
like
was.
encyclopedia.
Yeah, someone was like he was like
Yeah.
reading in the encyclopedia, and
Yeah.
it was like the history of the Targaryens, and I was like, this is freaking boring. And I
No,
was
basically
like,
the
and I'm
history
like,
of Westeros. Yeah.
it was supposed to be like the history of like the Targaryen kings, I guess, maybe up until I didn't finish it. It was really boring, dude. It was I couldn't. It was
I think he's trying to do everything possible besides finish his books.
yeah.
You
I
had to
know.
take a
It's-
break to write
dude.
this year's game of the year.
Dude, the book sounded like a book that would have been read by Daenerys herself. Like, that's what it was like. It was just like straight facts like written down in a list. It was bad.
I feel like the first episode will have a lot of views because of kind of how it ended, and it'll spark the curiosity of should we watch this show, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So like I feel like the first episode, and if it's good, right, which I don't doubt it might, I mean it'll probably be at least okay, then it'll start to grow from there. But I think, because how can you hate it if you don't watch it, right? And you know the nerds love to hate things, right? So-
They can easily hate things without watching it.
Exactly.
I know,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna. Yeah, if I don't know. There's a ton of examples of people just like review bombing nowadays.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean? Like, how can you? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's simple. Once they get a bad taste out of stuff, they'll just hate on it.
It was like when
They're gonna use the ending for the last season and then just be like, oh, it's garbage like that too.
Well, it's different directors, so
They don't care.
I mean,
They won't care.
it's like when Last of Us had like shitty reviews like 4 hours in when the game takes like 20 hours to beat or something like that.
Yeah, I just want the show to be good for HBO's sake because I know that they've sunk a lot of money into it, and they also have nothing else. Like, there's nothing else on HBO that has there's nothing that's like, I don't know what you call it, like scheduled viewing for people. Like, I have to be home at this time to watch this. I mean, most people don't do that anymore because of DVR and streaming and stuff, but I don't think they have anything. I mean, they have that Euphoria show that I know people watch, but I don't think it brings in like millions and millions of viewers. Like, that's the only thing I can think of that I see commented about on Twitter when it's on. And like I said earlier, like, Westworld looks like it costs a shit ton of money, and Alvaro's the only person I know that watches it, so I don't imagine. And I see nothing on Twitter, so that was like the show that if I didn't watch it on Sunday, like, I could wait till like Wednesday and be perfectly fine because nothing was ever spoiled for me.
No, it's gonna spoil. Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it's good for HBO's sake, because I would hate for them to take a huge hit on it and then not want to start making certain things just because they don't have the money for it. Plus, Warner's just a huge shit show with everything right now too. So I don't know. I just want it to be good for their sake out of anything.
Same here, because out of all the streaming services, I don't know, HBO Max seems to be the one that has like on average the best content.
Well, it's been around the longest, right? Just in general, HBO in
HBO
general has
has,
been around for like a long time, right?
I mean, I don't-
HBO, Showtime, Cinemax.
Look at
it's been
fucking.
a premium channel for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think HBO has the best. I don't know, like, current content if they have the best, but they do for sure have the best like backlog of stuff that you can go back and watch.
Yeah. Like
It's pretty good.
It's a great show too. That's coming back soon, I hope.
wait, what show? What are you talking about?
Curb
Which
Your
one?
Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh.
See, for some reason, like, The Office was not awkward stuff that I enjoyed watching, but for some reason, Curb Your Enthusiasm is awkward situations that I enjoy watching.
Dude, he's awkward as hell. Dude. Like, I think maybe me and you, maybe Alvaro are the only ones that's ever seen it. But that shit's like, I will watch some of the shows, and he's just like a super awkward dude. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, it's a funny show, but still.
Yeah, but yeah, like, their backlog of stuff, like, I could probably list you like 15 shows that are great in their entirety that HBO has had that you can watch. I don't know if I could do that with any of the other streaming services.
Netflix has everything.
No, they
I
don't.
have no.
Netflix is poop.
They used to until
Yeah.
everyone else is like, let's get on that streaming
You
that
know,
bandwagon. Let's get our portion.
Netflix is like so lucky. Like it seems like when they're on the cusp of like ruin their competitors, like shit the bed, and they just kind of continue to exist.
Until their creditors and investors decide to call in all that debt.
Well, if it hasn't
Yeah.
happened by now.
It's never gonna happen.
Yeah, it won't- it won't happen.
I did see that there was a similar petition for Batgirl, like there was.
Bring it back. The back cut.
You
Yeah,
said something about the
so
Batgirl petition.
I seen there's people that are trying to rally to get it released. Well, I don't know if it's gonna work though.
I had read a thing saying I don't think they legally can anymore.
Did they already write it off?
Wow.
Yeah, because I think they've already applied it towards their little tax write-off. That I guess that's I don't know if you guys talked about that part. I don't remember hearing about it, but yeah, I guess they're just I guess they figured that they would make more money writing it off as a tax write-off as opposed to releasing it, doing promotion for it, and all that stuff. So they say that's why they canceled it. It has nothing to do with the bad reviews that it got from test audiences. It was that they just felt like they wouldn't lose as much, I guess I should say, if they just shelved it. And from my understanding, the forms and stuff that they signed, like it's something because they're getting a tax write-off and money for it, something that they cannot sell or release.
Something they
Yeah.
can't sell, but they can give it away for free.
I mean, if someone leaked it to the internet, then yeah. I mean, if there's that one true superhero out there who leaks it to the internet,
I'm wondering, like, to what extent that's covered. Like, could they try and salvage it and retitle it as something different and skirt around that, or?
I don't know. I don't know all the legalities behind it, but I know that they've told that girl that they're pretty much hinting because of what happened that she may be able to return as Batgirl, but in something different. Since they won't, and I don't think they can release the movie now.
Well, they might do the same thing with the Flash too, because
No, he's getting help now. It's fine.
Yeah, I seen that earlier.
Yeah.
I think it was last week. They're like, after his most recent thing, they're like, okay, we're probably thinking about canceling it, and then he like issued an apology this week saying that he's going through severe mental health problems.
They.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't even know what I said.
You said he.
Ezra Miller.
There you go.
There you go.
But yeah, poor Michael Keaton. That's what I say about all this.
Yeah, that was 2 projects, right?
Yeah, the rumor is
there
3.
Is
That
it
was
the third
both
one?
of those?
Well, the word I've seen around the film journalists is that he was supposed to reprise his role as Batman in Aquaman, but because he's not going to be, I guess they don't know if they're going to release the Flash, so the Flash is the one that kind of, I guess, I don't know if it like brings him into their universe or what that's going to do, but there was a spoiler that got leaked because people weren't paying attention about Aquaman regarding Batman. That's all I'll say. I won't say anything else in case someone doesn't know. But it seems to be a replacement for Michael Keaton, who was supposed to be the one to reprise Batman.
That sucks.
So I think, what if they just did what Ryan Reynolds did, like when they were almost canceled Deadpool? You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what do you mean?
What happened?
What did
That's
he
not
do?
gonna work.
No, that was like a long time ago. Like I don't know if you've seen that.
He allegedly leaked.
Oh, he sure in hell leaked it. You're crazy if you don't think he leaked it.
Alleged, for legal purposes, he allegedly leaked test footage of Deadpool.
It was the part where he's sitting on the ledge and he like jumps in the car.
Yeah,
and does
the beginning of the movie.
Yeah,
First movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I want a Nightwing movie. Go, 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 go.
Nightwing, nah.
Here,
Harry
okay.
McGinnis.
This reminds me. I saw this. I think maybe it's an IGN thing. The question was, which comic book scene would you want to be recreated in movie format? And it was referencing the scene of Captain America and Iron Man fighting in Civil War. Now I know none
Oh,
of us.
yeah.
I know most of us haven't read comics or anything like that, but I think
And
at
Civil
least-
War, yeah.
I think most of us have seen the old school like '90s cartoon shows. I want to say.
Yeah.
So since you said Batman Beyond, like, is there any other like old cartoon version of superheroes that we want to see in like movies?
Morbius,
Static Shock.
the animated version of Morbius. He was actually a good character in that cartoon.
Oh, the animated version. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Static Shock was good. I remember saying I wanted to see Static Shock a while ago too, but and then I think someone else pointed out that they technically tried to. I think.
I think they
No,
they
Black
did like
Lightning's a different hero.
Really? Okay, I guess I don't know.
I haven't seen all of the animated stuff. Like the only ones I have seen when I was younger was the Batman animated series, the Spider-Man animated series that was on Fox in the mid '90s, and the X-Men cartoon.
I used to watch a lot. Yeah, so I would say my vote would be X-Men, but not only X-Men. I think it was called like X-Men Evolution or something like that.
Oh
Or, like-
yeah, that was the
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah, it was like a bunch of high school and teenagers, and I know that they've had a lot of X-Men shows, and some of them have tried it out with like a younger X-Men group,
X-Men
And-
First Class.
and they First Class was good, but I mean I liked it, but and I know like the younger attempts at X-Men seem to be doo-doo, but I'm still hopeful that they can bring those X-Men back with like Spike and Avalanche, I think it was his name was, stuff like that. Yeah, I think that would be kind of cool.
It'd be cool if they did like another animated series, but they're not. The MCU's too old.
For X-Men?
Yeah.
They're doing the X-Men '97 show.
Oh yeah, no, I know that. I'm just saying, like, as far as anything Marvel, like, the MCU is just like too tight to do much there.
They can make it fit.
They can do a
make
lot.
They make everything fucking
Wars,
fit.
do their universe wars and shit.
It's gonna be Secret Wars, then Battle Worlds, and then after that we'll get Civil War 2. And it's gonna be Captain Marvel versus Miss Marvel.
What?
That's a comic.
Yeah, it is a comic.
It seems like Captain Marvel would back end Miss Marvel into the earth, like into the ground.
It's a lot of the younger ones. I would be curious on how they would do that, because in that one, Captain America isn't in it, and Iron Man is fighting. I think Iron Man is there too, so obviously he's dead. But
Yeah.
the essential plot of that is
What?
there's a hero that can predict the future, including future crimes, and so Captain Marvel's like, we need to stop these things from happening before they happen, and even innocent people that have never committed crimes. And so that's where the split happens between the people that want to stop crimes before they happen and the people that are like, no, these are innocent people that haven't committed crimes yet.
You mean like what's that movie called with
That-
Tom Cruise?
It sounds
Minority
like Civil.
Report.
Minority Report.
It
Yeah.
basically sounds
It's
like Civil
essentially-
War already.
Yeah, but that, I
Like-
mean, it is essentially
Yeah.
like Minority Report.
I feel like Captain Marvel versus Miss Marvel would be like Captain Marvel is like in Fortnite and has a Kamehameha wave, and Miss Marvel is the victim. I feel like that's how
Any
bad it
character
would
has
be.
that right
Is
now.
she's
I
not?
feel like
They're
it's-
not the only ones fighting, but like they're the ones that are like kind of on the front, because
Okay.
like Miss Marvel's leading like the younger generation, like Miles Morales
Okay.
and a bunch of
Okay.
heroes that I don't know, because I haven't read that one. I just know the synopsis. I don't know what happens in it.
I feel like it would be that bad, but yeah.
I do want
But-
to see a Miles Morales movie, but I've already mentioned that before, like a live action.
I mean, I kind of do, but at the same time, I think the Spider-Verse movies are just, or the Spider-Verse movie is so good, and I have high hopes for the second one already. So, yeah,
We
I
already
don't
have
know.
like
Just leave
two
it.
good.
I just feel like we could just leave it at that.
Thank you,
Let Sony,
Micro again,
let Sony,
Jonathan.
let
Oh,
Sony handle
you
it.
can tell now we don't have to tell you anymore.
Thanks. You don't have to tell me every time it happens.
Well, your mouth keeps moving and nothing is coming out of it.
Well, yeah, but I have a green frame around my picture, so I know when it stops working.
Fine. Sorry. I won't look out for you no more.
I have to pay attention.
Like you should.
Well, no, I mean I have to pay attention to if my shit's working. I don't have the luxury to not.
Well, I just saw something on IGN that cracked me up. It's not really news, but maybe it'll give everyone a laugh. I guess EA accidentally listed the new FIFA on a India Epic store for 6 cents.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
For 6
But-
cents.
Yeah, on accident they had a typo. It's supposed to be 99.99, and they I don't know how they got 6 cents out of all that, but
It was 0.6999.
they have said that they will honor every pre-sale for 6 cents that they
Wow.
had during that time.
Should
And
See,
that's
Jonathan,
funny.
they're not all that bad.
That's about how much FIFA is worth right now.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Why do we bother with you?
Roster updates. They haven't even.
Should have
anything.
hooked up the VPN and got.
I love
got
complaining about
FIFA.
things I don't play with.
Yeah. You know what? I do want a good soccer game, but like the only
You just
version
have
on the.
Strikers. Strikers came out a couple months ago.
Yeah, but I want a solo campaign. Like I like playing the my career campaigns, like Road to the Show and
My franchise and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah. That's my favorite part to play in the sports games, like creating my own player and taking him through his career.
Isn't FIFA still like one of the most popular games around the world?
Yeah.
Oh no, it is. It's-
Oh, then it's fine.
it makes the money.
Let
It's-
people have
it's-
the games.
I know a lot of people that don't really play video games, but they play FIFA. That's like the only
Yeah.
game they play.
Like we were talking
Yeah.
about it last week about people that buy consoles for one game, like Call of Duty. Like they do that for FIFA and probably Madden too. Some people.
That was 2 weeks
2K.
ago.
2 weeks ago. Sorry.
Thank you for listening to the episodes.
Oh,
Just
speaking
got
of
my episodes mixed up. Okay, it's been a long time.
speaking of Madden, I know that Madden has signed, or not Madden specifically, but EA and NFL have made a extension to their deal. So the
Yeah.
only football game, the only NFL branded game that we're gonna get is from EA for the near future.
Forever.
Yes. And
They-
go get it, and has
needs
John
to not
Madden
be
on there.
ex-
Has to be really
it-
good.
No, it needs to be not exclusive. Like if it went back to the other way, I think Madden would improve, just because competition improves. You know.
Yeah, it should. Does the MLB have any deal like that? Because like the only game that's really out for the MLB is the show, right? But nobody says the
Yeah.
show's a bad game.
No,
the show is
well,
really
the,
great.
the
Show
thing-
is the best baseball
the-
game.
Well, the show a lot of
But
times
it's the
is
only
one
baseball
of the
game
best
right now,
sports
right?
games. Well, but the difference between the show and Madden is Sony created that. They don't own exclusive rights to MLB games. No one else is just making them.
I thought the show was made by Santa Monica Studios.
Right, owned by
No.
Sony.
San Diego.
Is it?
Yeah.
They change it?
Oh.
Oh yeah, San Diego Studios.
It used to be 989, like 20 years ago. That's the only thing they changed their title.
Yeah, I haven't played Madden in years, so it doesn't really affect me too much. It used to be a yearly thing for me, but
I think they.
it's not as fun playing online with strangers, because we used to like have get-togethers and stuff when the new Madden
Yeah.
would come out, and we'd all play for like a day, and then Jonathan would remind us 47 times that he could play that one day and he'll be fine the rest of the
And-
year.
It's true.
I remember.
But
used to being excited about Madden games though because they always had like a cool new feature, um, but I don't think they do the same thing nowadays. It's kind of just like an updated roster, maybe graphics, right?
Yeah, I remember I remember they were bragging one year. I don't remember which one it was, but they were bragging that the grass looks more realistic. Everything else was the same, but the grass
Touch
looked
grass.
more realistic.
I guess
Touch
there's only
grass.
so much you can do, but at least with the other sports games, it feels like they're pushing forward, like Madden and specifically Madden and MLB The Show. But I know 2K is bad because they straight up put casinos in their games. But I don't know about the PlayStation and the Xbox. I think the most recent FIFA was bad, but I know for the Switch, the game has been pretty much the same since 2018. Like they've literally only updated the roster. They haven't made any changes to the game, and I know that because IGN makes it a point of recycling the review every year, and referencing. He's like, well,
Wow.
EA, yeah, they make the comment like EA didn't see they had to put any effort to update this game, so we're gonna just use our review from last year because it's pretty much the same with a roster update, and the score just gets worse.
Trolled. Boom roasted.
Yeah. And I think they actually did that. I don't know if it was this year's or like the COVID year of FIFA, but I remember that it did that for the bigger consoles too. They didn't really do anything to it.
That was like a scandal, right? Like one of the FIFA games was actually just like a repackaged old version of FIFA.
Yeah, and they just called it like Legacy Edition or whatever.
Hey, sometimes you have nothing else to fix.
But then also like they do that, but then like NHL, the NHL games are like really good.
Yeah, but nobody plays them because nobody
Yeah.
knows how to play hockey.
Also, no one watches hockey.
That's not true. Our friends
Well,
to the north do.
I do.
Our friends to the north play hockey.
And the Russians.
I think there's more people that watch hockey than basketball.
No
By
way.
a small
No.
margin.
NBA? NBA?
Yeah.
No fucking
Mhm.
way.
No. I don't believe that statistic you just made up.
No fucking way.
The ratings,
okay,
the ratings
so-
for the NBA aren't that great though, compared to like MLB and NHL, or sorry, NFL.
No,
I see.
NFL trumps every sport when it
Yeah.
comes to ratings.
But it's like once a week though. I mean, technically
Three times a week,
three
sure.
now, but like it's all loaded into one day.
I have a hard time wrapping my head around what you just said about the basketball and hockey. The only thing that I could think that might justify that is that NHL is technically like a international
sport.
league. But even still, though, Canada's only like
I mean, technically basketball is an international too, but just whenever they do an Olympics,
We're talking
the
about
US just
American,
No,
slaps
but-
the shit out of
American
everybody.
national.
Yeah, but even the NHL is. I mean, I guess they're both Canada and America, but
oh, that's true, huh? Basketball also has a Canadian team in the league, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but like the more I'm sure there's more people in Canada that watch hockey over basketball.
Honestly,
You
And I
you
don't
also
think
get-
that's a false statistic.
And you get a lot of people. You get a lot of players in Europe too that play and watch basketball.
I don't think it's a huge margin because I know both NBA and NHL are pretty low compared to the other two, but
I think he is right. I'm looking at it right now for the
Don't
most
trust your
watched
statistics
sports.
either.
Most-
all I know is
Here we
if I was Canadian and I had two sons and one played basketball and one played hockey, I would just own the basketball son.
Actually, nope. Basketball outbeats hockey by 3.2 million.
By viewership?
Go-
it's
Right?
a slim.
Okay.
It's like they're pretty close.
Wait, when you say
but-
basketball versus hockey, are you talking about the leagues or just the
Ratings.
sport?
No, just like TV viewership.
But also like
Yep.
And this is just for America. This is just for in the United States.
NHL is growing too. Like, and I think NBA is not. growing as rapidly.
I also stand by that statement though. Like most people don't play hockey because they play it for the money, like they do for like baseball and football. They play it because they love the sport, right? Like because you can
There's
play
people
hockey.
like that in basketball too.
Yeah, this is true, but like you can play hockey for a long, long time and still not make a ton of money. But I mean, if you're super good, like, but
If we're and then if we're going worldwide, basketball still beats out hockey by 200 million people for fans.
That's
a
nuts.
lot. That's a lot. Yeah.
There's 2.4
I
billion
guess
people. 2.4 billion for basketball to 2.2 for hockey.
Chalk it up to the world's lack of ice.
No, I think that's a real thing, actually. Yeah, because I mean, I would like to think that I would have been a hockey player if I lived near a hockey rink, you know. So, but like,
Yeah.
in high school,
They don't have one. They don't have one in the Google gym in the
no
over there for you.
no, but here's the thing. I during middle school, I had one friend that did play hockey, but he traveled like 30 or 40 minutes every day for practice. Because he had to. That's how far it was from him. So yeah, not something I would have been willing to do. Not something my parents would have been willing to drive me to.
I wish I grew up somewhere where I could have learned to play hockey.
I mean, we grew up in the Bay Area.
I'm actually kind of surprised at number 2 for the most watched.
Like baseball?
No, not even.
Soccer?
Baseball is number 8. Soccer's number 1. Number
Obviously.
2. Number 2 though. Basketball's number 3. Hockey's number 4. Tennis is number 5. Volleyball's number 6.
Ooh.
So
Table tennis
Wait, what
is
was
number
number 2?
7.
Table tennis.
I haven't said it yet.
I hope it's
Is it
cricket.
rugby?
It is cricket. It is cricket.
Nice.
And it's
Because there's 17 billion Indians and they all watch.
it's India, Pakistan, and Australia are like the main people in the other British colonies.
I'm sorry.
I saw $1 Million Arm.
I'm starting to see purely cricket shopping stores pop up around where I am. Like as big as like a Dick's Sporting Goods. It's like
but it's not even big in America
shop.
at all.
I wanna watch cricket because I wanna know what's happening.
I want to know how it works.
Yeah, I don't actually know the rules.
In
Wait,
similar...
I have a question. Is cricket the one where they're on horseback and they're like?
No.
Or is that the other? Or is that the one where they have that flat looking bat?
It's
Yeah.
a flat bat.
Where they roll the ball and you have to hit it off the ground. It's
What's
like
the other one then?
like a rotating golf almost.
It's on the
Wait,
tip of my tongue.
is that also called cricket? Now that I think about it.
No,
Croquet,
that's
right?
Croquet.
No, croquet is...
Come on.
That's not croquet.
Wow,
It is croquet.
We need to cut all this
No, I
out
thought
because
croquet
we all.
You have the mallet.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but they use that on the horse though.
To pull it back into video games, did you guys see the arcade 1-up new cabinets? And semi-related, so the 2 most recent ones, they did Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which was a couple weeks ago, but I believe this week they announced an NFL Blitz Legends arcade cabinet, which it looks like the old one with the 4 sticks, and it has NFL Blitz.
There goes.
While your mic cut out, Anthony, it's called Polo
Polo.
yeah.
on the horse.
Oh,
There
I
you
should have
go.
known. There's a clothing company called that. I should have known that.
That's for it.
With that has a logo and everything.
I was gonna say
Blitz 99 and Blitz 2000 all in one cabinet.
Oh.
Let's invest in one of these.
It's
Just for
$500.
Blitz.
I've been wanting a cabinet too.
$599. Here's the problem though. They took out the late hits.
wow.
That's stupid.
Of course they did.
That's not Blitz then.
That's
And-
not
and-
Blitz.
and
Yeah.
The NFL
So-
census.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it has, I think the interview when after release, because it's like a HD version of those games, like they kind of upscaled it, made it look better. They kept like 80% of the tackles that are in the game, but they pretty much put in a code to stop your ability to tackle after the ball's down.
Well,
So
the
you can
nerds
still,
will
like-
figure it out.
You could still. I'm hoping you could still like suplex and clothesline people.
Did they say
But,
why?
Because of the NFL,
Yeah, I'm sure.
because they care about their players getting injured.
We got
all of a
you gotta
sudden.
upload an image,
You-
even though you're playing
maybe
as Ray Lewis
I don't know,
It's
maybe
the
they're
same
worried
reason
about.
why.
Whoa,
and Mike Vick.
Hey, Mike Vick did his time.
You leave him alone.
It's the same when they released that neutered version of NFL Blitz. Like, was it on the PS3?
The one with the
PS4.
steroids?
No. When EA brought back Blitz.
I barely
It
remember that
was
one.
the PS4 or was it 3?
I don't remember what year. I think it was either late PS3 or early PS4. I just know that EA brought it back, and they're like, "Yeah, Blitz is back." Oh, but no late hits.
We were hyped for it until we
Yeah.
played it, and we're like,
Man, it's. And you know what? When you played Blitz back in the day, like you just kept spamming tackle till the play screen came up, and I think for a while in that game I kept doing it, and just nothing happened, and I was so disappointed.
Yeah, it was PS3
Okay, yeah,
and
that's what I thought.
PS3 and the 360. It was in 2012.
I wonder if NFL has a legitimate fear of people
10
playing that
years.
game and thinking that late hits is okay or something, or them playing the
mean-
game and going like NFL sucks, you can't even late hit or something.
And that's what a lot of people would say when the game first came out. I'm old enough, I remember
If
when
we
the game came out.
if we can put screens in front of old movies that say, "Hey, this shit's racist, but we don't necessarily approve of the message in here. We're just keeping it in here for, prosperity." Like, you can do the same thing. Don't clothesline your friends, or drop. Don't
Yeah.
don't use a drop kick as an acceptable tackle.
Yeah.
When you're on the field.
Don't clothesline your friends. Okay, it's bad. It's bad.
They and the reason why they did that, I was looking at it right now, is because it's up for, what's it called? Where is it at? I was just reading it. It's current NFL players' health and safety initiatives. That's why
Ooh.
they're supporting it.
It's a video game.
Right? Who gives a shit?
Yes,
the
because
graphics aren't even that good. No one is.
I
gonna
know
think
they
it's
don't.
real.
It looks nothing like a realistic game.
I know.
there's Raiden heads and flames on the NFL field. We see it every week. Obviously, Tom Brady's using some sort of cheat.
Yeah, her name is Giselle.
$600. Oof.
Yeah, I know.
You can order branded bar stools for every NFL team for an extra $80.
Each?
I don't know. Let's find out. Let's get
Wait.
those Raider bar stools.
Is this bundled
everyone
with?
can, so everyone
game,
can
or what
fart
is
all
this?
over them.
Hell
You
yeah!
know- I mean, I could just put the Browns on there,
You can
The-
just
the
make that
arcade
yourself.
cabinet-
Just
The
get a
arcade
normal
cabinet
stool.
does look cool though. It reminds me of the shit that we used to see in the arcades all the time.
Yeah,
But-
that's
But I think I'm hoping it's full size, because usually those
It's 5
arcade
foot tall.
one-up.
It's 5 foot tall.
See, it's half. It's like half. So it's gonna need to sit on a table, or I think you can buy a
How
riser
would you
for
have
it.
it sit on a table? What the hell?
Counter
It's
or
5
something,
foot
it's gonna
tall.
be
How would you put it on a counter?
A short table? I don't know. It needs a riser though, because otherwise you're gonna have to sit down and play.
I want to sit on my bar stool. That's what I'm gonna do and play on there.
Well, let me know when you get it. I'll take the whiskey.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, if I'm
Available at
gonna.
Best Buy and Walmart.
All right.
$600. That's a lot.
Let's see. I know.
Is that how much they sell the other ones for? Because I know I've seen I've seen them at
there's-
Mortal Kombat ones at Costco and
They're
stuff like that.
going up.
There's
They're going up in price.
$700 ones. There's a Simpsons 30th edition for $500.
Ooh,
The
that's a good one.
Mortal Kombat one. I think this one's the little baby one though. It's only $100. There's another one we'd probably like. The NBA Jam one.
He's on fire.
Yeah.
That one's a little older.
They should make a.
Oh, that one's
Yeah.
actually a counter one. There you go, Jonathan.
They should
Put
make
it
a
on the cover
bundle.
for you.
They
Yeah,
should make
a
a
lot of
bundle of all
those-
those street games.
That's
Those,
some of them
yeah.
they used to just be countertop ones because they were just short, but they still have the screens and the joysticks.
You guys gonna make like
This is
a
interesting.
penny
Oh, they have
arcade?
Killer Instinct. Yo!
Do they have the NBA jams so we can be the back-to-back?
I
89
literally
and
just
80?
said
Yeah.
they.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are you listening to the podcast?
No, he's not.
No.
Golden Tee, is that the one with the buttons, or is it the big trackball for the
That's-
golf?
That's the golf one, yeah.
It has the trackball. Sick.
It's
All right.
okay. I played all that stuff last year.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can continue looking up prices of arcade video games cabinets offline. We can end the podcast here. So, thank you everybody for watching this far in the podcast, and make sure you join us next time online when we hack NFL Blitz and late hit Tom Brady.
Finally.
Yes. Yeah.
Bye.
Goddamn
Bye.
tuck rule.
Thank you for listening, but before you go, please make sure to like and subscribe to our show, and leave a comment with whatever thoughts you may have. We record a new episode of Last Time Online every week, so keep an eye out for the latest episode. From time to time, we stream on Twitch, so if you would like to see how we act while we are gaming, go over to our channel and give us a follow. We are sponsored by Dubby Energy Drink. Dubby gives you the focus so that you can just be better at video games, all while having no jitters or crash. Click on the link in the description for a 10% discount on your orders on us. We love taking feedback from our audience, so if you have a question for us, you and your question could be featured in our next episode. Check links in the description for ways to reach us and also where to follow each of us on social media. See you next time online.